Cheers, everybody. It's electric football, and if the drinking don't kill us, Stu's picking well.
Merry Christmas, Molly.
That wasn't a little creepy. I have no idea who Molly is or what the hell.
You're going to be visited by 3 ghosts tonight.
Yeah, the ghost of Steve's meal past, which that ghost may have just escaped his sanctum.
The ghost of bad picks present.
And the ghost of future predictions that go horribly wrong.
But first, happy birthday to Gio Knows, who runs this whole NFL YouTube website. Gave us an award because he felt sorry for us because we're such ridiculous human beings.
It is sad. Giants at Eagles. And the losers of 7 of the last 8 go against the winners of the 8 of their last 9. You don't fight the tape. You can send me to Hale or New York City, but I'm picking the Giants today.
Well, I'm guessing this is where the Giants might stumble here. Big Blue defense has been coming on of late, and but the Eagles' offense is kind of an offense that can give them fits. My hat looks silly that way.
And it looks so much better that way.
And you know what? And they'll do anything to spoil the Giants here. They will pull every trick out of the book to win this game. I am taking the Dirty Eagles.
Dolphins at Bills, and that's all Stu's.
It's another tough game to pick.
It is.
You know, Buffalo can run. They can run the crap out. Number 1 running offense in the league. Miami has been more consistent of late against the run. Yet, I can also see how the Bills' D, can be harassing more. He's not a mobile quarterback. If they get a quick jump on our, semi-patched up offensive line, I think it can be a problem. I don't know that we can sweep the Jets and sweep Buffalo. It's a second road game. Wah, wah. I'm taking Buffalo.
Both teams weak against the run. Dolphins a better passing team. Moore put on an impressive performance last week. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Bless you, Tiny Tim. This whole Christmas thing's working out.
Is that you, Santa Claus? Jets at Pats. And the Pats overcome everything. I actually just finished reading. I'll read anything about football. I just finished reading Brady and Belichick. Like, literally just finished it on the train. And think about they overcame Spygate. They overcame Aaron Hernandez. Deflategate. You name it. They just keep rolling. And the Jets are the exact opposite. Like one little butt fumble and the whole team falls apart for the rest of the, same old Jets. No reason to think the Pats can't win this one easily at home.
Here's where they clinch the home field advantage the rest of the way. They go to the Super Bowl. They win the Super Bowl. Jets are a shambles. Patriots.
All right, who's the guy that's asking us to make his suicide poll pick? Dolphin Rob B, Rob B Dolphin, Rob Base. Titans at Jaguars. This is your pick, son.
Oh, here's your lock.
Take the Titans. Gus Bradley out. Jaguars finding ways to lose games they should have won, late. Titans on a roll. Clearly a team on the rise with playoff dead ahead. Take the Titans. This would be my pick. If you have them still in the suicide pool, take the Titans.
It's scary because they did that stupid 2-point conversion to try to win the game, which almost backfired had they not gotten Andy Reid to call an icing, timeout before the kick that he missed. Suckup comes back, sucks it up against the Chiefs, and kicks against his former team to give him a loss. They should prevail here, but it's not easy. Jaguars still have some fight, new coach or interim coach, but the Titans will prevail.
I love when Stu gives all the reasons I'm wrong and then goes with me. Vikings
so
at the hated Green Bay Packers. And Adrian Peterson limped back on the field to inspire the Viking horde. And we went out and scored 6 whole freaking points and didn't get a sack against the Colts.
Smoke.
Season just ended. Take the rest of the year off, AP. Get healthy. I mean, what do you have, 6 carries for 22 yards? That really inspired us. Bad year for us, but I will say this. I am happy to have Sam Bradford on this team. I am happy they made that move. I'm happy they took the shot this year. You can look, 2020 hindsight. Oh, look. And say, what a mistake. It wasn't. They took a shot. We have depth at the quarterback position, assuming Teddy comes back.
And you can't blame him for the mounting losses. I mean, he certainly wasn't great in the end, but...
Yeah, well, he has that deer in the headlights.
Yeah. However,
interception against Detroit.
Kudos to the Vikings for opening up their stadium for those people for a warming shelter. it's like minus 100 degrees in, Minnesota, and they opened up their stadium, allowed people to come in and hang out there to warm up.
Yeah, why the hell not? You're going to have a bunch of frozen fans out there and people are tripping over them?
They're not coming to the game.
No, good for them. Chargers at the Browns, and this one's meaningless and nonsense, and the Chargers are going to win. I thought the Browns had a shot last week, not even close. They go winless this year.
And yet, freaking Phillip Rivers again, late fourth quarter picks that kills the team every freaking week it seems this season. Let's get RG3 to get Cleveland off the schneid.
What does that even mean, off the schneid?
I don't know.
Who's the schneid? Who's on the schneid thing?
Where is the schneid?
Have you ever
Is
been
it a
walking along
body
and said,
part?
oh, look, there's a schneid over there?
Get off the schneid.
I hate that expression. Hate it.
Well, I use it 3 more times.
Good Lord. Why would anyone ever leave San Diego, though? Like, if you're a professional football team and you're in San Diego, I don't care if one homeless guy shows up to the games. You stay there. Sorry. Washington at Chicago. And here's props to Jordan Reed. He was out there clearly hurt, and he was fighting through it. You don't see that as often. In these days where guys are like, yeah, I'm going to take the 3rd week, the 5th week. I ain't playing in no bowl game in college.
Yeah.
Frank Gore and Jalen Smith would be good examples of why you might not want to play in a bowl game.
Doesn't get them any money.
But, NBA,
but it could ruin their career.
We're early in the NBA season, and guys are like, yeah, I'm tired. It's amazing. Jordan Reed was out there. His shoulder was falling off. He was getting up, popping people, getting ejected. He was showing some passion. God bless him. And Chicago does not show the same kind of fight. So I am taking the team from Washington.
Well, Barkley is showing some promise with this team, and they kept them fighting the other day. I think the Redskins are clearly a better team, but look what happened to them last night against Carolina. Now they got to go to this frozen, frigid, Soldier Field. To me, it's backwards week. It's upset week. I am taking the Bears.
All right. That's the night. By the way, is the worst Hall of Fame ever the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Absolutely the biggest piece of shit
if
ever.
ELO can get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I am not going to the Rock and Roll Hall. Name one damn ELO song.
Shine a Little Love. Telephone line.
I knew that was coming.
Just saw them. My God, it's one of the greatest groups ever.
Hall of Fame.
Run DMC is in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fuck you, Hall of Fame.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Keith Emerson.
My Adidas.
Keith
It's
Emerson.
Christmas
Greg
time
Lake
in
died.
Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking turkey and collard greens.
Chris Squire's dead, and they like, yes, you fuckers.
Comments, baby.
Fuck you, Cleveland.
Run DMC over here. ELO over there.
ELO.
Oh, my
kidding me?
God.
Run
Falcons
DMC.
at Carolina.
Fucking morons.
That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
Are they in Georgia?
They went down to Georgia. Sorry. Listen to some Hank Williams today.
That was like Vicki Lawrence.
Everyone thinks that the Falcons are all about the air game. They aren't anymore. Look at that run game. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Freeman and Coleman.
The Panthers have suddenly woken up from their coma. Their great season last year coma, their post-Super Bowl coma, and said,
They showed a lot of fight last
we
night.
can play this game.
Yeah.
So they do have a chance to be spoilers, especially at home, but it is a short week, and I do like what I think Atlanta will be able to do with the run game, with Kuechly still likely out. So I'm taking the Falcons.
In the beginning of the season, I thought their records would have been reversed.
I hear you.
Clearly, Atlanta's the better team right now playing. But Carolina's not far removed from being a 15-2 team or whatever they were. I hate to say it, I'm taking the Panthers here to stick it to the Falcons once.
Don't hate to say it. I was flip-flopping hard on this game, but I decided the Falcons' run game would be effective in this one.
And yet, Cam Newton gets smacked in the head on a slide, right in the head, and he kind of tosses the ball at the defender. He gets a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct while his bell got rung.
Now,
NFL, you suck.
Now you've come around to the Cam is getting the
He's getting the
shit end
snot
of the
kicked
stick.
out of him every time.
All right, I didn't think you were on that originally.
Oh, sure.
I thought you were. So when he was complaining, like I thought you were a little.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't
Somebody
like
go
the
back and
next
somebody go back and check the record on that.
Tom Brady, if you blow snot on him, they throw a flag and eject you.
I've actually blown snot on Tom Brady, and there was no flag thrown.
What you?
We were on the PATH train together.
It's like the Seinfeld episode with Keith Hernandez.
The spit went through.
Down and to the left.
All right, Colts at the Raiders. And if you've been watching it all this year, you know that I like the Pirate teams. The arr, mateys, let's go get them. Is there a cowboy country pirate
Mama,
song?
don't let your baby grow up to be cowboy pirates.
Ninja pirate cowboys. No, I am all about what Derek Carr has been able to achieve. I am about Khalil Mack, which rhymes with smack, and I expect him to put that on Luck. Our Vikings
is back.
Oh, nice. You should be in Run DMC.
Damn right, Jack.
Our Vikings could not do it. But I like an improving Raiders defense. I like a scratchy hat. Get this damn thing off me. Show that gorgeous hair. And I'm taking the Raiders.
Friggin' Colts. I can't pick them.
No, right?
The Raiders looked like they were going to go down, and then Rivers throws his beautiful fourth quarter pick. And that could happen here, too. You know, I like the Raiders this season, and they really are resilient. I'm going to take them here at home just to beat Luck. And hopefully, God forbid, the Patriots lose a game. Get that home field advantage, Oakland. Come on.
Really?
They're the only ones that can do it.
Well, I guess I understand why you're rooting against the Patriots since they've smacked your team around for the last 15 years. Bucks.
You want them to win another Super Bowl? I don't know.
You know what? At this point,
ABNA. Anyone but New England.
Yeah, I got no rooting interest at this point. The Vikings are fading fast. It'll be interesting to see who gets in the playoffs, and I will jump on someone's bandwagon. I'm just not sure who's yet.
No.
Bucks at the Saints, and Mark Ingram wants his damn touchdown, Sean Payton, and you better give him to him, or he's coming for you. You see the kerfluffle on the sideline?
No, but he always takes away, puts the big guy in.
Yeah, Hightower.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ingram is sick of it, evidently, though. And John Kuhn was over there acting as a... John Kuhn is just a massive man, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's insane how big he is. I still think of him as a Packer. But I like what the Bucs are doing this year. They came up a little shy against the Cowboys, but they're not facing a massive offensive line, and I think the Bucs' defensive line, led by McCoy, will stiffen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you're in a losing season and your running back is screaming at the coach because he's not getting the ball at the goal line, which will help him in his contract negotiations, I think you've seen a team that has decided it's all about selfishness and not about cohesiveness.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of these kind of things this week. It was weird. This week, a lot of sideline dramatics.
Yeah,
a lot
Denver.
of yeah. It seems long season, and your hopes have been crushed if you're in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So you're like, damn, I want to get mine in my contract negotiations, and if I had those extra touchdowns that Hightower
Someone
over
would
there
pay
is
me.
stealing, they might pay me. So yeah, I'm taking the Bucs.
The Bucs are clearly, they're still in the hunt. They're clearly a better defensive team than New Orleans. But did you see what New Orleans did the other day? It's like scoring at will. And I don't think that Tampa Bay can keep up with that. They have to clamp down very early and not let New Orleans move the ball here. Otherwise, if it gets to a foot race where their DBs are chasing Drew Brees' receivers, it's going to be over. You know what? I'm going to take the Saints to ruin the Bucs' playoffs hopes.
But, Stu, who was New Orleans doing that against?
Oh, well, the Cardinals, but who cares? But still
thank
doesn't
you.
matter.
No. But my point is, the next game is Cardinals at Seahawks, or as we like to say, a
bird fight!
But not much of one,
No.
because amazingly, like you were just talking about with New Orleans, people are scoring at will against Arizona. Their defense was supposed to be one of their strengths, and Frosty Rucker and I were supposed to go on a picnic together.
Frosty the Rucker.
Neither one of these things happened. And by the way, please, Dad, don't come home drunk for Christmas, because I'm probably going to need another one of these. This one's dry. Where were we? Wagner, Sherman, Averill. The Seahawks are going to shut down the Cardinals, and the Cardinals' defense has been pathetic this year. So it's not going to be a foot race. It's going to be a low-scoring Seattle win. because they're home too.
Well,
And they're the better team.
The Cardinals' offense came alive, though, so clearly they still can move the ball and score here. I don't see them scoring much against the Seattle Seahawks defense because the Hawks are tough at home. And that is the most obvious statement I will ever say on this program. Cliche. The Hawks are tough at home. Take it, Seattle.
And then I will burp. Excuse me. San Francisco at Los Angeles. And San Francisco has a lot to lose by winning, whereas Los Angeles has little to lose by winning because they don't have a first-round pick. So in a battle of losers, the team with less to lose by winning will win. I am taking the Rams because they're going to go to Sean Mannion, evidently. Jared Goff is done. They're thinking about, what did they have, like Hecker throwing the ball?
They got Paco the landscaper is going to come down out of the stands.
Somebody needs to. But without a first-round pick next year, it looks even worse for the Rams. They have nothing to lose by winning this game, so they will win this game.
Niners.
Okay, Bengals at Texans. And the Texans are savage and merciless.
Savage. Oh.
You know how desperately I wanted to say that? They're savage and merciless. Come on, that's good.
They are. Those
and
are
the
two great
Bengals,
names.
the Bengals are boring and bland. Some guy called into WFAN, the sports radio station, and said, please tell me what a Bengals coach has to do to get fired. And it's a great question because they're a team that has squandered a year's worth of impressive talent and can't get a playoff win. Fire some coaches. It's time. So I'm taking the Texans. Savage may be the better player than Osweiler, and we're going to find that out. It's easy, not easy. It's not uncommon for a backup to come in and fling the ball around one game and then fall off, the face of the earth, or in Osweiler or Matt Flynn's case, make $10 zillion and then fall off the face of the earth. Let's see what Savage can do. But a team with guys named Savage and Merciless and Almost Crushing and Dent, don't forget Dent. They have the better last names. They have the more violent last names. Yes, there's Clowney. I get it. Every team, right. It kind of ruins my point. I understand that.
Does he own a Clowney car?
But all of that aside, I think the Texans are actually competitive. I think that a strong-armed quarterback replacement may wake up DeAndre Hopkins, who's been sort of asleep on the sidelines most of the season.
Brockweiler.
Yeah, I think that's going to turn out to be another Matt Flynn contract where people go,
what the?
We can't do this after like 3 games. We can't commit for our franchise after a guy has 3 good games.
Imagine the money that guy made, sucked, leaves football, and he's made more money than you and I will combined.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant. There's no way for me to pick this game. I've gotten both of these teams wrong all year long. So for the first time ever, you, the fans at home, are going to decide my pick for this game. So all you're going to do is type down there, and it's the fan Christmas pick of the week. Go ahead. Who do you pick, people?
Yeah, we get like 3 comments. So this 2 votes will win that.
Well, it's the fan pick of the week.
All right, but I'm going to put you on the hook for the next one. Then you scampered away from that last one with your skirts held high. So Ravens at Steelers
matchup of the week for first place and everything. The Ravens Ravens still their defense might still be good, but is it enough to stop Big Ben at home here? This is a pick where you take the home team. Big Ben could lay an egg here. I doubt it. But Tomlin will find a way to win this one. He is over there high-fiving the guys, and he's going, oh, we're going to win everything. I am taking the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tomlin looks like he could still play.
He does.
Le'Veon Bell is really the key to this game. The Ravens are they're already talking about we need to gang tackle. We can't give him space, blah, blah, blah. In an NFL where it's been Madden, EA Sports, Madden video game culture. Look at the good teams this year. Running is crucial.
It's back.
It's making a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
And speaking of a comeback, the Steelers are getting healthier as the season goes on, which is rare. I mean, Stephon Tuitt got a knee injury, but overall, they're getting players back, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They seem to have gelled. If you see Ben Roethlisberger in his post-game press conference wearing a suit. He looks like a detective, like a homicide detective. Yes, we dissected the body.
Bonk.
Like, is this homicide life on the streets?
My Law and Order noise.
Yes.
Bonk.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought that was your.
I tried.
I thought that was your sexual climax noise.
That is. They stole it.
You used both.
Honey, I'm done. Bonk. She's not even in the room half the time. Anyway, who you picking? Who you picking?
I'm sorry. I just had this picture of your wife walking by the bathroom door. The shower's going into yours. Bonk. Oh, not again.
Drop the soap.
I'm picking the Steelers.
All right, there you go.
Broncos.
I can't read my notes.
Yeah, me either. Little view into the production values of electric football.
Here it is. Or at least I type.
We both use vodka bottles. I'm Grey Goose,
and I'm Skyy.
He's Skyy.
Because he kept hogging the tall Grey Goose bottle.
And also we couldn't afford a teleprompter. Where are you, Half Moon Picks? We got a Half Moon, by the way. If you're still watching, we have to talk about some projects together.
If someone could just get our intro back, teach us how to put it back at the beginning of our show. On our page, we had a cool motherfucking intro to our show. If you haven't seen it, let us know.
We've just taken the cursing level down, too. By the way, honey, I apologize for this entire show.
Bonk.
Denver at Kansas City, and Denver's having a little division in the locker room. One of the many kerfluffles we were talking about. You ever notice that Aqib Talib is involved in all this nonsense? He's one of those guys that just can't shut his mouth.
Really?
I
didn't notice.
He's one of those lightning rod guys that's like, oh yeah, he took a cheap shot on a player, I'm going to kick his ass. When I'm at the age of thinking, oh yeah, I accidentally shot my gun at somebody. And, he is... And evidently Russell Okung decided he was going to do some speaking after.
Oh, come, all ye faithful. It's the Christmas episode.
Okung. No, but, they asked for people to talk after the game, and Russell Okung said, I'm going to do some talking for the offensive line, and Aqib Talib was all like, yo, shut up, and they had to be separated. So not a good look when you're going against a tough team. And as long as Andy Reid decides, not to freeze McManus,
yeah.
How many times do you see that happen where they try and freeze the guy goes through with the kick, misses, and then nails it the second time?
Yeah.
It seems like a very high percentage.
Yeah.
But I like Kansas City in this game. I think Denver has sort of, given up. I think they've realized our offense. And hate me if you will, but does this not demonstrate that even a massively reduced Peyton Manning was still
key to the whole team?
Yeah, still an amazing player. I mean, think about that. Look at what Denver has done with basically the same roster, except for a wounded, barely able to throw Peyton Manning, and look what they accomplished last year, and look where they are this year. So. Least we forget, that man was an amazing football player. I'm taking Kansas City to beat his old team.
Yeah, and not to make the show go longer, I'm taking Kansas City for all the same salient points.
Salient. That was salient. Detroit at the Cowboys, and it's an Ezekiel fight.
It's Thanksgiving. It's the two Thanksgiving teams.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, the Cowboys get some TV time, don't they?
Man, they're on TV every Sunday.
And it's understandable. They're great. The jump into the Salvation Army thing was cute. Though, Ezekiel, you should, no matter that they did not find you, you should still make a donation.
Absolutely.
Very worthy cause, and you brought a little attention to them. So let's just pretend the NFL fined you $20,000 and you give them $20,000 or something like that. I'm sure you can pull it out of the cushions in your couch.
Did he get paid a lot?
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay.
I think NFL football players might get a little bit paid. Anyway,
he's a rookie though. All right.
Dallas's O-line will overwhelm Ziggy Ansah and the Spiders from Detroit.
Panic in Detroit.
Oh, Ziggy played D-line. He played it good with
Weird and Gilly.
Haloti Nagata.
And the Spiders from Detroit.
And Tahir Whitehead. Sorry. Go ahead, Stu.
Second
I'm
road
taking
game.
the Cowboys.
Yeah, second road game for Detroit. Couldn't get anything going against the Giants. I guess the finger really means a lot when you're throwing the ball because he looked like garbage. I can't imagine the Cowboys lose this game. So there it is. I am taking the Cowboys over the Detroit Motor City Madmen.
That's electric football for what I think is Week 16.
Correct.
Please put your comments down there. We really enjoy interacting with y'all. Other prognosticators that want to steal our 5 audience members, you're welcome to post away. Half Moon, we got to talk.
Merry Christmas. See you next week.
Yep. Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Steve Proud, Stu Pace.
Right. Oh, we should do that.